Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. If you're staring down a massive renovation project, comparing materials can feel incredibly overwhelming, right? Especially with the market completely flooded with synthetic materials designed to mimic the real thing. Well, today, we're definitively settling one of the most common debates in home design by focusing on travertine. We're going to look at the hard facts, the geologic history, and the architectural legacy of this material to find out exactly what it is and how it really stacks up against modern engineered options. So, to answer the exact question that probably brought you here, yes, travertine is a 100% genuine natural stone. It's formed over thousands of years by the earth. It's not mixed together in a factory or stamped out on a production line somewhere. When you buy travertine, you are literally buying a piece of geological history. And this distinction isn't just about prestige. It fundamentally changes how the material is going to behave and endure in your space. Now that we've busted that manufacturing myth, here's our roadmap for mastering this material. We'll quickly cover the true nature of travertine, how it's formed by the earth, its ancient Roman legacy, the different colors and cuts, how to choose the perfect finish, and finally, a head-to-head showdown with manufactured tile. Let's get into it. Starting right off with part 1, the true nature of travertine and why its origins actually matter. Look, knowing this stone is natural completely shifts your expectations for how it's going to perform. Whether you're laying out a new pool deck, designing outdoor paving, or cladding a feature wall, you literally cannot judge a natural stone by the same metrics as an engineered substitute. Because it was forged by the earth, everything about it, its durability, its remarkable heat resistance, your maintenance routine, and its long-term appearance are all dictated by natural performance, not synthetic chemistry. That brings us to part 2, formed by the earth, which is a truly wild geological journey. Think about this for a second. Unlike porcelain just stamped out on an assembly line, every single piece of travertine is born from the Earth's geothermal activity. It's a sedimentary stone. It slowly comes into existence when mineral-rich water persistently deposits calcium carbonate over vast periods of time. We're talking about formation happening near bubbling hot springs, deep inside ancient caves, and active geothermal areas. It is quarried directly from these incredibly dynamic natural deposits. Now, if you've ever looked closely at a piece of travertine, you've definitely noticed those signature little holes, cavities, and pits. A lot of people think, oh, are these defects? No way. Those voids are actually created by trapped gas bubbles in decaying organic material during that intense geothermal formation process. They aren't flaws at all. They are the ultimate proof of the stone's authentic history. It is basically the Earth's literal fingerprint. Let's journey from prehistoric hot springs to the ancient past for part 3, the ancient Roman legacy. It is absolutely mind-blowing when you realize that the exact same durable material you might use for your backyard patio was the literal foundation of an empire. The Romans completely relied on it. They chose it for its availability, its undeniable elegance, and its supreme durability, using it to build monumental, world-changing architecture. Iconic structures like the massive blocks at the Colosseum, the breathtaking Trevi Fountain, and the awe-inspiring St. Peter's Basilica, they all heavily utilized travertine in their construction. In fact, it is so deeply tied to Roman history that the very word travertine actually originates from the Latin phrase lapis tiburtinus, which literally translates to stone of Tibur. Fast forward from ancient Rome to your modern backyard. Let's look at part 4, colors, cuts, and patterns, and see how we slice up this history. Because it's formed organically by minerals, you get these incredibly warm, natural color variations that a factory printer just cannot duplicate with complete accuracy. You'll find it in soft, elegant tones like ivory, beige, and cream. But if you want something a bit richer, it naturally occurs in stunning walnut, gold, and cool silver. You can even find deep, earthy rust and red tones. It immediately feels authentic and connected to nature because it contains real movement formed over millennia. And here is where it gets really cool. Depending on how you extract the stone, you completely change its aesthetic. Cutting the stone parallel to its sedimentary layers, which is known as a vein cut, creates this sleek, linear appearance with long, flowing veins. It works incredibly well in contemporary architecture. On the other hand, a crosscut, which slices perpendicular to the layers, reveals softer, circular, cloud-like patterns. This gives you a much more traditional, beautifully organic look. It's the exact same stone, just sliced to reveal a different chapter of its history. Okay, moving on to practical application with part 5, choosing the perfect finish. The absolutely crucial point here is matching your finish to your function. Travertine is incredibly versatile.
Want a luxury indoor feature? A glossy, polished finish is going to reflect light beautifully. Need practical indoor flooring? A honed finish gives you a smooth but matte look that is super easy to maintain. Now, as you move outdoors, safety and grip become paramount. A brushed finish offers a rustic texture for much better traction. And for the ultimate outdoor patio or pool deck, a tumbled finish provides a perfectly aged, weathered look with fantastic slip resistance.
When we talk about structural integrity, travertine typically ranks a 3 to 4 on the Mohs hardness scale. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, it means it has an impressive, long-lasting durability that is very similar to marble. With just a bit of proper care, this stone is designed to be resilient and last for generations. But here's the real game changer, and honestly why landscape architects absolutely obsess over it. It has a massive thermal advantage. Travertine has this incredible ability to stay cool even under hot, direct sunlight. If you're building a pool surround where people are going to be walking barefoot all summer, this natural cooling property makes it the undisputed premier choice. All right, time for part 6, the ultimate showdown, travertine versus manufactured tile. When you put these materials head-to-head, the trade-offs become incredibly clear. With travertine, you're getting natural pores, unique organic variation, and that amazing ability to stay cool in the sun. The catch, it does require a bit more maintenance. It needs sealing and pH-neutral cleaning. But hey, if it gets damaged, it can often be beautifully refinished or restored. On the flip side, manufactured porcelain gives you a highly uniform, low-maintenance product. But remember, those patterns are printed and repeated, it can absorb a lot more heat outdoors, and if a tile cracks, you generally have to completely replace it rather than restore it. So after exploring the sheer geological history, the aesthetic warmth, and those unique functional properties, you've got a major decision to make. You aren't just choosing a floor, you're choosing the character of your entire space. Will you choose the organic, timeless history of the Earth, embracing all its natural variations and that cool touch? Or will you opt for the uniform predictability and low-maintenance nature of the factory? Which material will you trust to build your home's legacy?